Big change?
Big change.
It is a revolution. Yeah, it really is.
I'm a dairy farmer from Temuka and I just came to learn.
Trying to work out how I can apply it to my own system.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, these are all attendees for the field day. These are my sheep.
Am I happy? Yeah. Yeah, if anyone turns up, it's a bonus. Yeah. All right, people, can I have your attention, please? Today, I want everyone to get real value out of the day, and I invite you all to bring your enthusiasm.
Yeah, 101 for me today. It's sort of always been aware of it, just learning more now.
Yeah, it's all new to me. Yep.
There will be as many living organisms in that healthy soil as there are people on Earth.
This is called vetch, so it's a legume.
60 species.
And the oats, obviously a bit of barley there as well. Here there won't be any chemicals. Yeah, we haven't used broadacre insecticides since 1992. Moisture comes up from deep.
Well, I haven't put on any fertiliser for 4 or 5 years.
You know, quite often I've walked into farms straight off the cuff, saving them 30% on inputs. My job is to educate farmers of these very practices and have them be more profitable, more resilient, and have a whole lot more fun in doing this. Yeah. I was brought up in a family of chemical applicators, so agricultural spraying. While the old man was spraying, I remember running through that crop, and I think back now, like, man, it's pretty scary to think about now, knowing the effects of those chemicals.
In the mid-70s, our soils were absolutely stuffed. Our topsoil was about that deep, probably 3 to 4 inches. We've expanded that out now so that we've got 300 mils, about a foot of nice black topsoil, and the carbon's now tracking down into the clay as well. And after harvest, I did nothing. And over the winter it was grazed, and I've still done nothing. I haven't spent a cent on it, and it's going through for seed again.
They don't get to see this every day. Most farmers would drive past this and think, what on earth is going on here? Like a mosh pit. That didn't hurt.
When I look around and see all the pasture in New Zealand is just being detrimental grazing, because the grass is being eaten over and over and over, and it's not been allowed to recover. It's in the recovery that the grass puts down the roots.
You see these bloody centre pivot irrigators going around putting 5 mil of water on. Well, what's that going to do? It's going to make sure that your roots never go any further down than about that.
We're at John League's family Ayrshire dairy farm. The League family have been farming this place for just on 100 years. He's the man himself, John League.
Jono, how are you?
Good, thanks.
100 years.
It's coming up to 100 years, yeah.
Has this been a good year for you guys?
Yep, production's up. Cows are cycling really, really well. We've had a decrease in mastitis, decrease in lameness. Animal health is real good. Because we're quite close to the lake and some small streams, my whole idea was, how do we farm without using water at all? We grew everything that we needed last year on the farm, and we only irrigated for 6 weeks.
We can hold on to more water in the soil that may have nitrates in it, so we get less leaching into waterways.
It seems that the more I know, the more I realise I don't know.
It's exciting, eh? It puts a bit of life and enthusiasm back into what you're doing, because it feels like you might be going forward as opposed to something being dictated to you that you've got to do.
It's the banks that tell them that they need to be spending money on fertiliser, because if they're not, the banks see it as they're not going to make any money, whereas it's quite the contrary.
So you guys have got to get the banks on board, don't you?
We're getting the banks on board slowly.
Big change to your parents' time?
Yeah, huge.
Was it?
Yep. Yeah, he couldn't get over it. He still can't.
My dad, he's been really pleased with the changes that he's seen.
I'm still having arguments about my father. He's challenging everything I'm doing. So yeah. You need a challenge though.
Oh, yeah.
Challenger.
No